Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Nick O'Leary, and today we're going to have a look at the new Mercedes-Benz E-Class 2020 model. Well, it could be classed as the 2021 model. It's not that long till 2021, and so it's going to last a few years before it's changed again. But today we're going to do a comparison of the previous E-Class versus the new E-Class. Let's roll that B-roll. Overall, the dimensions of the E-Class remain virtually the same. The previous E-Class had SE and AMG Line. The new one has Sport and AMG Line. More on this later, but as you can see, the dimensions are virtually the same. They change by around about a centimetre depending on the model. Widthways are exactly the same on both models. It's just the length that can vary by that centimetre, or even the height if you went for AMG Line. Now, engine-wise, there are a couple to choose from. So you have 2 diesel engines and 4 petrol variants as well, 2 of which would be Mercedes-AMG. They're also known as a Mercedes-AMG E53 and an E63S, which goes up to a staggering 610 horsepower for those petrol enthusiasts. However, if you wanted to go the other way and go for a plug-in hybrid, these are also known as EQ Power. Mercedes offer 2 of those in the new E-Class. You can get a 2-litre petrol or a 2-litre diesel to go with that plug-in hybrid system. Both feature a 13.5 kilowatt-hour battery, and their range goes up to around 34 miles in the best conditions. It doesn't sound like much, but just remember that plug-in hybrids are designed to cover your kind of urban driving in the city, where your MPG would usually take a hit. Now, boot capacity is extremely generous in the E-Class saloon. If you didn't know, in Germany they actually use them as taxis, so there is obviously loads of legroom in the back and space in the boot. It's 640 litres, so it hasn't changed from the previous model, but they've also got this little hook here, so because it is a big boot, if you had any shopping and you placed a bag just here and you took a corner fairly quickly, of course it will roll over. On this, just hang your shopping on here and it will kind of just dangle there. Now, on the previous E-Class, the trim levels were called SE and AMG Line. Now, on the new E-Class, they're called Sport and AMG Line. They're very similar. Both E-Classes, so the SE and the Sport, have 17-inch wheels. But if you go for AMG Line, then the wheel size will be increased to give that more sportier look. But if you want the softest ride possible, you'll need to go for the Sport. Now, the E-Class interior has also been improved, albeit still just a facelift. There's a few improvements here and there. So we're sat obviously in the E-Class SE at the moment. Haven't seen an AMG Line in person, but the thing you'll notice on either model is the new steering wheel. So this new steering wheel, certainly from just feeling it straight away, it's kind of got this more squidgier kind of S-Class feel. S-Class being the flagship model of Mercedes-Benz, so luxury always filters down, trickles down from that model. And then also these buttons on the left and the right are now completely flush. There's no like raised buttons or anything. It's all completely flush, all high gloss black, and you quite simply just swipe up and down, left and right to control things on the screen. The right hand side will control the right screen and the left hand side will control the left screen. So you can pretty much control every function on these screens without even taking your hands off the wheel. Moving over to the middle part of the screen, for any person who had the previous E-Class, you'll remember there was a wheel here to control this screen. That's now gone. There's a touchpad here with haptic feedback. Now, haptic feedback, basically when you swipe your finger across the touchpad, you'll hear the sound, but you'll also feel a little vibration from the touchpad, so you know you're going across a menu item. Also as well is the actual screen itself. It's a touchscreen, so you can, if you wanted to, use it as a touchscreen, just tap on what you want to do. Of course, it features MBUX, which is the latest infotainment system, multimedia system by Mercedes, and does feature the "Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?"
voice assistant. So you can also talk to the car. You can also press the button on the steering wheel to activate it if you wish to switch off the voice command, in case you have kids in the back and they catch on to there's a voice assistant, a bit like Alexa and Google in the car. But yeah, so just a few improvements here and there. They also have wireless charging now just in here as well. Apart from that, it's very, very much the same. Now, things that have changed are things like the premium packages on Mercedes-Benz cars. I won't go through them today because they do vary over time. They can change, but if, as a general rule of thumb, going on to premium packages will add larger wheels, things like keyless entry and sunroofs, and fully electric seats as well. So have a look at those, speak to your local dealership or have a look on the e-brochures online, and they'll show you what the latest premium and premium plus specifications are. On top of this as well, you can also add a tow bar should you wish to do any towing. And there's also the Mercedes-Benz driving assistance package as well. The driving assistance package features anything from blind spot assist, which is actually now standard on the E-Class, but you get it on there as well. But also features radar guided cruise control, also known as Distronic or active distance assist. Then you have lane keeping assist and a few other things that will just help aid any long motorway drives and things like that. Finally, there are a few new colours on the new E-Class, so you can get your usual white, silver, grey, Designer Diamond White, which is kind of like an off-white but has some kind of sparkly elements in the paintwork. You can get your black, dark blue, even a kind of flat grey called Designer Selenite Grey Magno. New to the E-Class is a graphite grey, high-tech silver, and Designer Brilliant Blue Magno, but just bear in mind that last one will only be for the Mercedes AMG models. And that's it guys, that concludes this week's video on the Mercedes-Benz E-Class Saloon. Now if you liked today's video, don't forget that like button down below, and do hit that subscribe button if you want to see any more future videos that come out every week. Until next time guys, see you all then.